Hi, I'm Shaun Waterman and you're watching Cyberscoop TV. Today we're at the Black Hat Cybersecurity Convention in Las Vegas, Nevada, and joining me is Jim Reavis of the Cloud Security Alliance. He's the CEO. Jim, thanks for stopping by.
Well, thanks for having me, Shaun. I just love your enthusiasm. So excited.
Well, this is a great opportunity for us to be here. I love Black Hat. So, tell me about Cloud Security Alliance. What is your offer? What is your unique proposition that other, other organizations that promote security best practices don't bring to the table?
Well, we are a global research organization that is vendor neutral. And while there are a lot of organizations that are vendor neutral, they don't necessarily have that reach into nations all over the world, industry, government, all sorts of businesses, as well as the vendors and the cloud providers themselves. So what we're able to do in a very rapid, agile fashion is to come up with best practices that are true consensus of what do the people in Huawei in China think, and what do the people at the DoD in the US think, and what do people in Barclays and all over the world, how are they thinking about information security, and how are they applying that to cloud? So we've been around, we're starting our 9th year, and we've sort of taken this in a journey where hardly anyone was adopting cloud except for maybe their pet pictures, up to now you're doing very strategic, important, critical business processes in the cloud.
So that cloud adoption has really, it's really disrupted, it's really overturned the conventional ideas about cybersecurity. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Tell me about how that's happened.
So we have this fundamental shift where compute is a utility now, where it's almost like 100 years ago, businesses had a VP of electricity because you had to generate your own power, and then we got a grid and it just changed business completely. Compute's going through that same evolution where now it's a utility. It's a different organization, a provider that is manipulating, managing your computers. And so businesses need to figure out how do we move from physically oriented security controls to complete virtual software-defined security. And there has been fear associated with that do I trust that other organization that's doing that? But we've, by and large, I think, created very defensible over the last few years set of best practices. And I can tell by your accent, you're probably not from Las Vegas. And I've talked to several people in your home country, regulators, and they've absolutely come on board in the last year or two to say, yes, you can do this. We support that. These are the sorts of evidence that we need to make sure that you're actually doing this appropriately and you're working with the right partners to do this. So we're reaching a level of maturity, but the technology is moving so quickly now. It seems like it's changing a lot, and this is the slowest it's going to be for the rest of our lives. It's going to continue to accelerate the pace of change. Well,
that's a little bit scary, isn't it? I mean, you're talking about the perimeter's gone away now. It's someone else's computer. I mean, I think if I was in business, I'd probably be a server hugger. I'd probably want to keep my own stuff on my own premises.
We used to name them after our pets or like a mountain range or something like that. But with virtual machines, they're up for a few seconds and then they're gone. And that's actually a good thing for security because it's a moving target that the hackers can't necessarily get at. But yeah, the change is really fundamental. And we're already trying to think about how do we think about maybe self-driving information security? How do we automate more of this? We're not getting rid of information security professionals, but we are going to have to be doing a lot of different things. And that's common to a lot of industries.
So very quickly, Jim, finally, you're launching something today at Black Hat. So yep. Tell me about that.
Absolutely. We herded a bunch of cats together and we came up with some new guidance, version 4 of it, which we hadn't updated in several years. And so this is really sort of the complete roadmap for an enterprise as well as for a cloud provider on how we do state-of-the-art cloud security. We've incorporated things like the cloud access security brokers, container technology, a little bit on updates in identity management and DevOps, a lot of newer concepts that we're really in touch with. What are the leading edge people doing and how can you apply this wherever you are on the spectrum?
Well, Jim, good luck with that. Thanks very much for dropping by. Enjoy the rest of the conference.
All right. Thanks so much for having me.
And you can see more of us on cyberscoop.com or our YouTube channel.